What if I told you that the habits making or breaking your wealth aren't the big things? That's right. It's not about the big things that you're doing that's making or breaking it. They're the small things you do every morning. But the truth is, wealth showed up when I started to restructure my mornings. That's right. The things I did first thing in the morning. And it wasn't some massive big changes right away, and I didn't have to change my whole life. It was the simple, consistent habits that turned chaos into clarity, and that clarity turned into money, financial opportunities, and more freedom in my life. And in this video, I'm going to share with you 6 morning practices that completely changed the way my life is right now. These aren't just fluffy, feel-good habits, something that is just kind of woo-woo stuff. These are real wealth-building habits. And if you commit to them, they'll start to compound for you into results that feel almost illegal in how powerful they actually are. Now, it doesn't mean everything's going to happen right away, but when you start doing them consistently right away, things are starting to flow over time. Now, the first lesson, it's a big one, but it's a small change that just takes a couple of minutes in the morning that could transform your life. And you might be thinking to yourself, Lewis, I don't know, can something I do that takes a couple minutes really transform my life? Yes, I'm going to share a personal example of myself and even back it by some of the most inspiring people in the world. And the first lesson is the power of small wins, and that means making your bed, because making your bed equals making money. Now you might be saying, Lewis, how is this even possible? Making my bed, what? Are you my mom telling me to wake up and clean my room and make my bed? No, I'm not your mom, but I am here to remind you of what is possible when you create more structure in your space. Your future isn't shaped by one big decision. It's shaped by the small wins you repeat daily. The world's greatest athletes, the world's greatest compounding wealth experts, they all know it's the daily little actions that compound over time. Start your day with a small win to signal order, control, and accomplishment. This habit compounds into financial and life success. So if you want to change the world, start off by making your bed. This is a quote by Admiral William H. McRaven. And here's a video I'm going to share with you right now who talks about the importance of making your bed. Not just your mom telling you to do this when you're a teenager and that you're a messy human being, but this is what they do in the military as well. So watch this short clip and I'll share with you more in a second.
So if you want to change the world, start off by making your bed. If you make your bed every morning, you will have accomplished the first task of the day. It will give you a small sense of pride, and it will encourage you to do another task, and another, and another. And by the end of the day, that one task completed will have turned into many tasks completed. Making your bed will also reinforce the fact that the little things in life matter. If you can't do the little things right, you'll never be able to do the big things right.
So I love this video because, again, this is stuff that our mom used to tell us, our dad used to tell us growing up, is like, clean your room, make your bed. It's going to help you in your life. And we're just like, shut up. I want to do whatever I want to do. I want to be messy. I want to throw my clothes around. I just want to wake up and roll out of bed, right? But this is from U.S. Navy Admiral who talks about not only the importance of this, but the science of doing small things well every single day and how it will help you create bigger opportunities in your life. So again, this just isn't your mom or your dad telling you what to do, clean your room. And I resisted this when I was younger. I also went to a private boarding school when I was 13, all the way till 18. And we used to have, they used to score us every morning. We had to wake up early. We had to make our bed. Our room had to be clean. We had to do all these different tasks early in the morning. And I used to resist these things. I did not like structure. I did not like order. I did not like authority figures, all these different things. And I'm assuming you might be similar to me. We want to resist the things that are hard. We want to resist the things that are not effortless and easy. We want to just push back on people telling us what to do. But as I got older, I remember after college, once I kind of got out of the grading system of my bedroom when I was in high school in this boarding school. I became very sloppy, like in college and in my early 20s. I became very sloppy. I didn't make my bed. I would just kind of wait until the last minute to do stuff. I'd leave clothes out. I was just sloppy. And it showed up in my life. My health started to get sloppy. I started to gain weight. I started to eat sloppy foods. I wasn't being intentional with my life. And the little thing of just cleaning my room in the morning and making my bed started to change for me. In my late 20s, I started to bring back that habit, that routine. And I remember I was just like, okay, I'm going to change things up. I'm not getting the results I want in my life because I'm living a messy life. Literally, my physical space was messy. How can I create abundance and freedom when I'm in chaos in my own living space? And so I just started to make that change, and I just started to make my bed. I didn't clean my whole room every day and scrub the floors or anything like that. I just started making the bed. And I started to feel this sense of accomplishment when I would do that. I started to feel a sense of pride. And when I come back home at night and I'd go to bed, I was like, man, there's a nice, comfortable bed that's ready for me to take the covers out, get into bed. And I felt this sense of like a closed loop accomplishment. I did something for 2 minutes in the morning. It created a sense of peace and order. And at night, when I was ready to rest, I wasn't going into a messy space. And that made me feel a sense of like, you did something good today. And that compounds day after day. And it starts seeping into other areas of your life. You start taking better care of your health. You start taking better care of your relationships. You start being in order in other areas of your life. And the old saying is, how you do anything is how you do everything. And that is true in a lot of ways. So you just need to be thinking about, am I making my bed? Am I doing that little thing in the morning that can help set me up for the whole day and help me just feel a sense of accomplishment and pride? Again, when I was overwhelmed, things were get chaotic. I resisted against doing that extra 2 minutes of work to create order and space. And if you can relate to this, or if you've ever been sloppy with your bed or your clothes or just throwing things around in your room because you feel overwhelmed, you've got responsibilities, you've got to wake up early, you've got work, you've got kids, you've got family, you've got bills. It can feel overwhelming. I get it. But we've got to learn to take a couple of minutes for personal pride, for personal space, for structure and order. Otherwise, we won't have any structure or order in our life and we'll always feel overwhelmed. This is something we got to be thinking about, really thinking about keeping a clean space in your life if you want to create more financial opportunities. Simply just making my bed transformed how I do things. And again, it's not just me speaking this. Navy admirals, Navy SEALs, top performers, they all talk about this as well, okay? That one act can help you get in control more, feel a little bit more disciplined, and hopefully that will influence you in your finances, in your mindset as well. So a couple action steps for you. Tomorrow, the first thing I want you to do is to make your bed before you touch your phone. Make your bed. It doesn't even have to look perfect. I'm not telling you to freaking iron the sheets and have everything like perfectly ready to go. Like, just put the sheets back over and put the pillows on top of the sheets and let it look presentable. Just do that one step. Before you touch your phone, before you get on social media, before you check your emails. And as you soothe out the sheets a little bit, as you smooth them out a little bit and just put it down, say to yourself, I create order. And because I create order, I create wealth. I create order. And because I create order, I create wealth.